Those movie experiences are great because everything is a complete package. You know, the ensemble is great,
Sure.
the characters are good, and it's kind of an innovative story that no one's seen before. So that's part of the charm, isn't it, for you?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's so many sequels, there's so many remakes these days that it's refreshing to see an original movie. And I guess this is a sequel, but it's a sequel to an original
Yes.
movie. And specifically the tone. The tone feels like nothing you've really seen before, in the sense that it somehow seamlessly combines comedy, action, really serious moments, and it feels like a cohesive movie.
How much did you learn about the hypnosis? Obviously, he's learning the skill of hypnotism.
Yeah, so in this movie, I teach Woody how to throw cards,
Yeah.
and he teaches me mentalism. And so I learned a little bit about it. We had a mentalist on set with us, Keith Barry, and what I learned from him is to hypnotize someone, it's all about obviously really connecting with the person, and then it's about the cadence of your voice and the rhythm in which you're talking, and really kind of never breaking stride with the way you're talking. And it's fascinating. I think that mentalism is maybe the most real form of magic. I think that I really do believe that hypnotists can put people under and they can kind of forget what happened. I had Keith try to put me under, and I can't say that I like blacked out or anything, but I definitely felt a little foggy and tired and a little out of it. So yeah, there's something to it.
There is. It does play with your mind.
Yeah.
I tell you. Be careful of Keith.
Exactly, absolutely.
Well, talking about cadence, I mean, those movies have a lot of dynamism to them, you know. It's a non-stop rhythm, but how is it for you guys?
Yeah, it's crazy. There's so many giant set pieces. There's so much going on in terms of the story. Like, we're trying to remind ourselves, okay, wait. What did we just shoot? How does that tie into this scene now? And essentially, we just needed to trust our director. You know, we would come and do whatever we thought was right for a certain scene, and then he would either reel us in or tell us to go further. And so John Chu, the director, I give him a lot of credit.
Who's the most enjoyable person to be with on set, in the sense of taking it very seriously and putting himself in the world of illusionists? Woody?
I don't think anyone took it too seriously.
Sure.
To be honest, like, it really was a giant unit. It wasn't like there were pairs of people who would hang out. It was all of us all the time. And I mean, it was to the point where we were making up and singing songs all day with each other, which sounds very annoying, and I'm sure it was to the crew, but we were having a great time, and it helped us get through these long days.
How was it with Daniel Radcliffe, who's a new addition to the gang? Obviously, Lizzie too.
Sure, yeah. They were both incredible. I'll start with Lizzie. She just got her own type of energy that's very funny and kind of just this strong female energy, and it fit perfectly with the rest of us. And then Daniel, he's just a sweet guy, and he's so great in this role. It's like nothing he's ever done before, and I think people will be excited to see him in a more like villainous role. And he's just a pro. He's just on top of it, and he comes in, and you can tell he really wants to be the best actor he can be. He puts the work in.
And finally, obviously, with the first one, you weren't expecting a sequel, but with this one, everyone's expecting a third. So how much are you gearing up for it and putting the backstory in your mind?
It's hard to think too far ahead, just because obviously it all depends on how well this movie does. And so we're all crossing our fingers. We really hope it does well, because we would love to come back and do as many of these movies as people will let us. And so please go see it. We love this movie. I'm not just saying that. It's a good time. No one can walk out of this movie and say that it's not fun.